I still remember the first day my student came to me. He didn't look confident. He didn't speak much. He kept adjusting his bag strap and avoiding eye contact. After a few minutes of silence, he finally spoke and said, "Sir, I want to go to abroad, but I don't know if I can." That sentence stayed with me for a long time, because it wasn't about study abroad, it was about fear. He came from a simple middle-class family. No strong financial background, no foreign exposure, no relatives abroad. His father worked a regular job and his mother managed the home. Whatever savings the family had were meant for survival, not for big dreams. He had completed his bachelor's degree from a local institute, not a famous university. His academic record was average. Nothing on paper made him look like a study abroad candidate. But what he did have was frustration. He was tired of limited opportunities, tired of low-paying jobs, tired of seeing others move ahead while he stayed stuck. Study abroad was not his childhood dream. His dream was simply a life where his efforts mattered. At the beginning, fear controlled him. He feared English. He feared money. He feared visa rejection. He feared society. Most of all, he feared failing after trying. Like many students, he believed that study abroad was only for toppers or rich families. Germany, in his mind, was a country for geniuses. Every time he thought about starting, his own thoughts pulled him back. One day, during a long conversation, I asked him something simple. I asked him to imagine his life 5 years later if he did nothing. He went quiet. He already knew the answer. Same routine, same struggles, same limitations. Then I asked him to imagine his life if he tried Germany, even if it was difficult. That was the moment something changed. He realized that regret hurts more when you don't try. That day, he didn't say he would go to Germany. He said something more realistic. He said he would prepare seriously for 1 full year. Not 1 month, not 10 days. 1 year of discipline. That decision was the real beginning of his journey. The hardest part was money. People talk a lot about free education in Germany, but they don't talk enough about preparation costs, blocked accounts, exams, documentation, and living expenses. Saving money was emotionally exhausting for him. He took a full-time job and accepted that his life would be very limited for some time. No unnecessary shopping, no luxury, no weekend outings. Every month he saved a fixed amount, even when it felt impossible. Social pressure was another challenge. Friends questioned his plans. Some laughed, some warned him, some told him he was wasting time. Slowly, he stopped explaining his dreams to everyone. He learned that not everyone deserves access to your goals. What mattered most was his family's belief. They didn't have extra money to give him, but they gave him permission to try. They told him that failure was acceptable, but regret was not. English was his biggest academic struggle. Speaking made him nervous. Writing confused him. Listening tests increased his anxiety. He didn't try to sound like a native speaker. He didn't chase fancy vocabulary. He focused on clarity, structure, and daily practice. Some days were good, many days were frustrating. He failed mock tests and questioned himself repeatedly, but instead of quitting, he adjusted his strategy. Slowly, his control over the language improved. When he finally achieved the required IELTS score, it wasn't perfect, but it was enough. Enough to move forward. Choosing the right course was another turning point. Instead of blindly applying to famous universities, he focused on relevance. He studied course content, job prospects, and long-term value. Rejections came, silence followed, doubt returned. Then one day, an offer letter arrived. I still remember the moment he told me. His voice was shaking, not because of excitement alone, but because years of pressure were finally releasing. The visa phase tested his patience more than anything else. Waiting without control is one of the hardest experiences for a student. He checked his email constantly. He imagined rejection scenarios, but he stayed honest, prepared carefully, and followed the process step by step. When his visa was approved, there was no loud celebration. There were quiet tears, because at that moment, his life direction changed. Landing in Germany was not magical. Reality hit hard. New culture, unfamiliar language, loneliness, cold weather, and self-doubt welcomed him. He called me and said he felt alone. I reminded him that growth always feels lonely at the beginning. If success were easy, everyone would have it. Life in Germany taught him responsibility. He learned to manage money carefully. He cooked his own meals, tracked expenses, and respected every euro he spent. Finding part-time work was not instant. Rejections returned again, but persistence paid off. When he finally got a student job, it wasn't glamorous, but it gave him dignity and independence. Academically, German education demanded self-discipline. There was no spoon-feeding. He failed one subject and felt broken. But failure didn't mean the end. He learned from it, improved, and moved forward. Slowly, something inside him changed. His confidence grew. His communication improved. His mindset matured. He stopped thinking like a student and started thinking like a professional. He understood that a degree alone wouldn't secure his future. Skills would. He focused on internships, practical experience, networking, and learning basic German. He attended events, spoke to professors, and connected with people in his field. Each small effort added up. After graduation, the job search began, and once again, rejection appeared. But this time, it didn't break him. He had already survived worse. Then one day, the call came. An interview, then another call, an offer letter, a job related to his field in Germany with growth and stability. When he messaged me, he didn't write a long message. He simply said, "Sir, I made it." This story is not about Germany. It is not about IELTS or money. It is about courage, consistency, and mindset. My student was not extraordinary. He was committed. He accepted discomfort. He stayed patient. He trusted the process. If you are watching this and thinking you are not good enough, not rich enough, or not confident enough, remember this. You don't need a perfect beginning. You need a serious decision. Germany didn't change his life. His decision to try did. And if he can do it, step by step, through fear and doubt, then maybe you can too.